What is up, my gravy babies, and welcome to a real politics video. So, for this video, I'm going to do something special. I'm going to tell you guys everything that I know about this game, hopefully, in the form of a little bit of a tutorial. Now, you start
At
with
this
three.
point, nobody remembers anymore.
You start with 3 tutorials.
Lead any of the
We'll just do this. Man, that voice actor is kind of annoying. So this is the basic campaign. The other is like with the pandemic. I haven't actually tried that one. And the other is a post-apocalyptic scenario where you go around trying to get survivors and stuff and colonize new land. You scavenge and stuff. It's kind of a cool idea. I loaded it up just because I wanted to see what it was, but I haven't actually like full-on played it. But I'm just going to try to give a few tips while this loads up, and hopefully loads up fast, speedy Gonzales on them. Now until the bugs are fixed, I still don't recommend the game, and it does run kind of slow, but you know, wink wink. But I do still like the idea of the game, and I do think it's fun, even though it has bugs and make me angry inside and make me cry. The lowest natural air temperature ever recorded is apparently negative 89 degrees 0.2 Celsius, which is negative 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit. The important thing to do is be able to give up any given moment all that we are for what we can become. I don't know who that is. Desaux, I don't know. He sounds like Dr. Seuss. So, for instance, we're just gonna pick Germany because they're the first thing. Now, if you do the default, so here you go. This is your right hand. This is like permanent game effects, you know. They give you like environment degradation, HDI, maintenance cost. You know, they give you stuff like that. You won't be able to change it, but you can read through all the effects. I don't need to go through that. You'll just find one you like, or just choose someone you think looks cool, like Clippy or Taxman. So up here you have score, money, action points, metals, fuels, rare earth elements, GDP growth, HDI, manpower, and missiles. You get missiles by building a silo. They can be here. I'll show you that in a moment. But anyways, GDP growth is like your economy growing. I don't think it's good to have that in a negative. I don't know much about economy. This is your human development index. The higher it is, the higher your country is developed, basically. Manpower is how much manpower you can afford to spend on events and new army troops. Rare earth elements, you know, these are just your standard resources. Action points are to do things and lobby. Money is money. You need to pay, run things, pay your army. Score is like, I think that's just a win condition. Have a high score. So in the first tab here, we have country details, the government. We are Germany. We have the accepted culture of German. Accepted civilizations is Western. China, for instance, would most likely be Eastern and African. I'm not sure if Turkey has a special Andalusian one, and stuff. You get the idea. Block composition. If someone's in your block, you'll see them here. This tells you how many action points you have. These are the factors determining how many you get. So we have lots of provinces. That gives more. Population gives more. Army costs some. So 400. Projects cost some. And they take away. This is the population, which is 838. I assume that's million. This is how much our population is growing. And these are the various factors. We're lowering in unemployment. We have drinking water. We have agricultural regulations, modern agriculture, and public health care, which all helps this. Unemployment makes population growth go lower, apparently. This gives me more tax income, army limit, manpower limit, and action points. We'll go to the politics tab now. This shows what kind of ideology we have. Democratic, authoritarian, and totalitarianism. Our interventionism, the current, and the target. So we're at A, and this arrow means, depending on our projects and ideology, it wants to lower to 4, which would bring us further into democracy. The higher all these numbers combined get, the closer you are to totalitarianism and authoritarianism. So basically, the effects of our interventionism right now make project development cost 109% more, and they give you +1 stock index. And these are various projects along with world economy that mess with interventionism. Unemployment also makes your interventionism higher. Personal control um, lets you have less tax rate. No, wait. Yeah, less tax rate. The lower it is, I think. Um, Various projects affect it, and it can help with manpower growth. Militarism is how militaristic your population are, so you'll get more like manpower growth, more manpower limit, and more generals. You get this through project and events. Parliament. This shows the different seats of like political parties. So you have center left, center right, radical center, far right, and far left. And these are the numbers of them. You can change. These will change through elections and stuff, I'm pretty sure. This is diplomacy, unification. So when you unify a bunch, you can basically create like a big country made of all these different provinces, like the Holy Roman Empire, which is awesome. I approve of them putting this in. You can also make your own in the mod editor, which is a bit complicated of a thing to use. It's not the worst. It's definitely doable. It's just I don't want to learn it right now. So Warmonger is basically like aggressive expansion in Europa. The more Warmonger you have, the more people hate you. And eventually they'll probably attack you to make sure you're contained and basically, yeah, impact on relations. Casus belli is your reason to declare war. You can claim cores through diplomacy or spies and fabricate claims. I'm not quite sure what the political reasons is. This is the enemies and liberation, so you can like liberate a country out of yours if you wanted. It's like releasing a vassal, kind of, but I think they're free in this game. This is your Human Development Index. You can read all this if you want. It just changes various things like less population growth, changes the cost of projects. This is the maintenance of projects, tells you how many slots you have, victory conditions that can be achieved in this game, like eternal glory. I don't know what that one does, but yeah. And this is one of the victory conditions is of course affected by score, which might actually be the glory. This shows a list of owned provinces. In the second tab you have money. Now the economy tab shows your total money and your monthly income. They show various factors. Army monthly maintenance, money, 315. Tax income, project maintenance, and buildings. I like how they just have a stock market. This is your debt cost. This is down here under the debt cost is where you can set your tax rate. As you can see, the higher your taxes are, the more money you'll make, but the more unhappy people get. And they get unhappier the higher it is. They get unhappier faster the higher it is. See? Like 5, but then it quickly goes up to 8 after only a few more percent. And like here, where they're only at 4 at like 30%. And you have different factors, like different projects that'll affect this, how big it can be, and how effective it is. This is a breakdown of your economy. Investment income is broken as far as my game is concerned. You're supposed to be able to invest in other countries and to give you money. It does not. The developer told me apparently he thought they fixed that, but they didn't. Stock market. If you have stocks in one of the various stock markets, you can gain money like tax income, but from stocks. So if you know anything about stocks, you can do that. It also breaks down the rest of them. So for instance, the stock market, this shows all the stock markets. You can also build your own. They'll show you like what the index, these are the indexes, what country is, like here's ours in Frankfurt. You can just buy stocks if you want. And then like if I let a day tick by, As you can see in the bottom left, we're now making some money. Of course I am. They'll always give that prompt. You can ask about the victory conditions and stuff. I think that's the next prompt actually. So here you can colonize. You basically go through all of these, and you basically get to do your colonization project, and you get a new province wherever. Is this it? Is that what they want me to colonize? Isn't that just a building thing? I don't know. Anyways, back to here. Military staff. This screen is helpful. You can also access this screen through this, along with projects, trade resources, and all these helpful buttons. On the military screen, this shows all your generals, you know, what they're using, if they're in supply range, their state. So he's just resting their experience, you know, blah, blah, blah. Alert state, you can go to alert states. The lower you are, the better effects on your men are. But unfortunately, you start to get less unhappy and less money the more of an alert state you are, because you are, in fact, you know, getting more dangerous. Very dangerous. Missiles. So if you build a silo, you'll have some here. They'll be like defensive or offensive. You can launch nuclear strikes. Yes, these are nukes. Yes, you can launch nuclear strikes. The world will get mad at you. I haven't actually launched a nuke. I should really just launch a nuke in the back, right? I can't. Well, you know, maybe I'll show that to you at the end of the video. Now, where were we? Spies. Now, spies you can hire here, and you move them by clicking them, just like an army. You right click on a province and they will generate spy points, basically. So this man's going to, look how slow this ticks by. I really wish that was faster. Now, then from there you can perform spy actions. It's a bit tedious, I gotta be honest with you, but whatever. Generals, you can hire more generals, and then you can assign them to troops. And then barracks, you go to this screen and you can build things in parallel, basically. So you can simultaneously build many units at once, instead of what I did, which was like one at a time, because I'm an idiot. And I learned that later. Now, to assign a general to an army, you will simply go here, click on an army. You click on an army, and then there's just an assign general button, like just below the army panel in the supply range. Yeah, so that's simple. The next one shows province. There's a building thing, so you can go ahead and select a building. It shows the owner, what the province is, the administration, the population, the province GDP, rebellion probability, their unhappiness, the target unhappiness, the things that make them unhappy. It shows you the resources in the province at the very bottom, and it's kind of terrain and weather and climate it would have. And degradation is like environmental degradation, where you have a building that causes environmental degradation. It makes the province unhappier over time. Now the last window, you click on a different country, and that's foreign affairs. So you have Poland here, for instance, and we get to see their accepted cultures, their GDP, population, their unemployment, their diplomacy, what conflicts they're in, their defensive pacts, military, all these different agreements. And we can see their own provinces. We can see their politics on the third tab. So their democracy. We can see their lead political party, their elections, and how their government is going to change. And then this will show how many armed forces they have in the very last tab, what wars and silos they have, along with war enthusiasm. So, wait, more enthusiasm. Is that what that said? Where did I read that at? Oh, sorry. And more enthusiasm is just a warmonger thing and stuff. Yeah, sorry, I confused myself. Now, in a province, you have various things you can do. You can just click on like these mounds of dirt, which are building slots, and it brings up the buildings menu. So we'll start security. They all talk about what they do. Well, most of them. So basically, this just makes people happier, makes war losses less. Now, I'm not sure what a war losses modifier is, I gotta be honest with you. I guess it's how unhappy your people are about taking losses of army units. That's what I assume it is. It also messes with the GDP growth. By the way, if you want your parliament to agree to things, you just lobby them, and they'll agree to anything. So, for instance, an airport, it makes you have more GDP. A barracks. Now, this one's important. This gives supply range. They don't tell you what. They, like, why doesn't it have, like, effect? Gives supply range. Shows supply. I don't know. This gives supply range. I'm not sure how far the supply range is. I don't know where it reaches to. I don't know how many provinces. I have no idea. I had to find this out by building one, going $55,000 in the red, because I finally built a barracks to see what it did. Prison just basically makes province less likely to rebel and helps your ideology for control. Now the silo gives you the missiles. Defensive fortifications make the province easier to fucking hold, defend. Shipyard lets you build ships. Society, thing like skyscrapers, they can build to make your GDP go up. University helps like development indexes and stuff. This helps happiness. Like you can imagine what they do. The leader statue is a score thing, and it also helps with rebellion chance. Artificial island. I've never built this one, but it helps with like. Wait, isn't this just the floating city? Why is it called artificial island now? This is floating city. Never mind. So basically, artificial island helps with environmental degradation. I don't know if it's like countrywide, but I just build one and hope it makes my provinces stop degrading because I dump garbage dumps inside of them. NGO is a non-government office, basically. Which means through a project you get one of the like 3 different non-government organizations in your country. Parliament, it's the capital. This one, it says it provides supply range, but I don't think you can build a capital over and over again. Now you also have the UN headquarters, which costs 0 to build apparently. Economy buildings is like farms, helps with population growth. You got tourist zones, helps GDP. A market that also helps like tax income. Stock market, so you can buy stocks. My money maker personally. You build a garbage dump and you get various amounts of money. Why is the money so low here? In my Brazil game, I get 2,000 for building a garbage dump, but okay. And a Cosmodrome is basically launch vehicles in outer space, and it helps with project implementation. And industry buildings just help like resources. So like a sawmill helps with fuel apparently. Factories will help with unemployment. Coal power gives you more GDP growth and unemployment. Basically, they're places for people to work and to get resources. That's basically it. And yeah, that's buildings. We'll move on to projects. These are like fastly implemented projects that have various consequences. So Curfews if you're having rebellion chance. Post-war construction if you like need less war losses and stuff. Militia if you want more manpower growth. State of emergency to get to suspend normal constitutional procedures. Apparently you're gonna make martial law, state of siege, government shutdown, diplomacy. These are like things you can tyrant. This is just like what you can do with other countries, like an ultimatum, for instance. Force them to surrender to you. They give you different things like a provocation. They'll let you have defensive pacts, deep cooperation, force into block. Build sheriff. Oh. So as you can see, you can be everyone's friend if you want. Spycraft gives you more spy things to do. So like you can fake attacks, touch the black market, more espionage. I'm not sure if each country has a certain thing to them, like Brazil, Germany, other things. Each country might have their own special little projects, but for instance, the German one here apparently gives you cores, and they give like various bonuses. Like Brazil's gives like extra resources for fucking the environment. This one gives like GDP and unemployment, stock market stuff. European leader makes your neighbors like you more. Denuclearization, Western is like, I haven't actually seen this, but you could become fucking other religions. Disgraceful. It says time for Christians. So yeah, you can do that. Financial system is like your bureaucracy. Like if you want to give people private banks, it all basically most of this stuff will help your GDP or tax income. It'll help your interventionism, debt costs, your tax levels. That's basically all this is. Internal security will help like other ideological things like target personal control, militarism for self-defense. They help unhappiness, human development index. Sometimes they apparently help population growth, war loss. War loss is, basic infrastructure. You do these, they give you different political things, and they also increase your HDI a lot of the time and make people happier. Infrastructure. This is also needed. Some of these projects, keep in mind, are needed for different buildings, and sometimes there's random events where your people will demand a project be implemented because they want it. Let's see. Yeah, so you could get industry, coal power plants. You get this, and then you could build a coal power plant. Basically, economic focus is more like how you're going to do your economy. So like agriculture supremacy. You fucking love agriculture. Your state farm. Or you can be a tourist giant, you're all about tourism. Everyone likes you. You get a new building. Or you can be all about the industry. Fuck the environment. Lots of unemployment growth, apparently. Well, yeah. Or you can be a service kind of person. If you want to serve people like a little bitch. Rubbish, it's a tutorial. Stop. Natural environment, this is where you act and try to save with like the Green New Deal, or you exploit this earth for everything it has and fuck the environment. Or you can do it equally. Education, teach your students things. It helps with project implementation time a lot, and changes like AP costs and stuff, and also makes people happier because they know how to learn. Ideology, this is just changing your ideology. Like you can be a theocracy, a nationalist society, progressive society. Personally, who doesn't want to go on a crusade? You know, who doesn't want to crusade? I mean, you can also be a nationalist. You know, that's fine too. Social policy. Um, I my people are unhappy. This gives you can have welfare and unions, and it makes people happy. Gives development index and GDP growth and stuff usually. Actually, no, I think it takes away. Yeah, this one's all about taking away GDP, but makes people happier. There we go. Yeah, because this is social. Military infrastructure gives you the ability for better, for like military bases, military centers, like it gives you like different cost reductions, and you can also get better missiles. Antimatter warheads. I haven't looked at this. But okay, antimatter warheads. God damn. Military policy is more like it reduces war losses. It gives you better manpower limits, unit attack, militarism, more generals. There is one for there are army limit, army defense, army limit. There's a limit? I didn't know there was a limit. Oh, you can also do territorial defense, humanitarian aid. So province actions are actions you do on an individual province, which I assume would increase like defensibility or something over time. Army, you get new units, and you increase their attack and defense and their costs usually. So like, yeah, air shield, you know, helicopter versus artillery. Panzer divisions get strong, commandos go boom boom, infantry gets more attack, you know, normal stuff. Air Force, well, get an Air Force, get jets. Some people don't start out with jets. Some people only have helicopters. I'm looking at you, Brazil. And you basically just keep getting better modifiers. There's not really much to explain here. Same with the Navy, I'm pretty sure. You get better marines, submarines, and corvettes, and like aircraft carriers and stuff. There's not really like water speed attack. I don't really need to explain much. So this gives you better you know, oh, who knows? Who knows what this project panel is for? That's right, it's for big boy nukes, capable of destroying entire countries. This kinda... Stop exciting me like this, please. I can't take it. I can't take it. I haven't looked at this screen because I haven't gotten to the point where I wanted to nuke people, but now I really do. This gives you like special forces, and then you get force warriors, which is, I assume, Jedi. These are just Jedi, I'm pretty sure. It's just upgrading your units, basically. Oh, and you can refuel in the air for things. You get, yeah, you just keep getting different units. I'm not sure if they're different, like you can build the same, but because like, for instance, I built special forces, and I'm pretty sure they were still called commanders, but they might not have been. I'm pretty sure they're still like the same, you know, like helicopter, air fighter, helicopter, corvette. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're still like called the same thing. They're just better now. And non-government organizations, this is the NGO. You can choose like 3. The Church of Recognology, and the loyalty program for Your Opinion Unlimited, and then the others is the Legitimate Businessman Club. I'm pretty sure this is a... Oh wait, never mind. Yeah. I thought it was different for a sec, but it's just in a different like spot for some weird reason. I don't know why. Is there anything else I haven't explained? Oh, actions you can do. So actions: war, liberate a country, insult them, claim a core, apply an embargo. This makes you not trade with them. makes you be a dick. Claim core is, as you can see, you click a province, you accept. You only have a 40% chance to claim it as a core province. That is just that. Block actions, you can add them to a block. Cooperative actions, you can enter different treaties with them. Positive actions, for instance, you can gain a favor. You can invest in them. Never mind, you can't invest with Poland, but you can improve relations. You can also give them province, waive your core claims, or invest in them. It's just normal stuff like that. Let's see. Those are all. In our thing, we can do like regional things, economic actions, which for instance is tax breaks, you'll get more in the future. You can also do social things like do an election campaign or support regional administration, which just kind of gives you more AP income for money. Province actions are social, like you hold festivals, you do social acts, you accept immigrants, you change the culture, or do propaganda. So increase the population by getting more immigrants. Jesus, that's a lot of unemployment. But you can do that. Military action is turn it into a militarized zone. Post-war reconstruction. And you can do like military parades, which would apparently make you more warmonger, but also gives you one militarism. It makes people unhappy though because they don't like military parades, I guess. And the economic action is you can increase the output of what they're doing with their resources. You can aggressively exploit them. You can do subsidies to make farms work better. It'll definitely cost you some of the environment, but you can also protect it, of course. It makes people more unhappy, but it also makes the province less degrading, and it hurts GDP a bit. Development grants basically gives them additional resources for more people. Infrastructure modernization gives you more interventionism and helps GDP and unhappiness at the cost of more environment. So basically, you can fuck the environment. You can also slightly help it a little bit in your provinces. Now, does anyone like me enough? Now, I'm going to show you. So in the relationship tab, right here, well, map mode, that's just unfortunate. In the relations tab here, you have relations. Now, the top number is the human development index. I mean, not the human development. This is your relations. This is how much they like you. Okay? Second is how much you have invested in them. And the third is how many favors they owe you. Does anyone like me enough? Like, no one fucking likes me. I want to show you, like, I'd like to show you guys something, but no one will let me invest in them because everyone fucking hates me, apparently. Just kind of disappointing. Does anyone like me over 100? Sweden. Okay. Sweden, let me invest in you. Does anyone like me over 110? Norway. What? Am I looking at the wrong country? Wow. Okay, Luxembourg. Luxembourg, I'm begging you, let me invest inside of you. What? I don't understand. Why won't you let me invest, guys? Come on. I mean, I'll try, but you can't always succeed. Now, up here, we have the missions tab. They like to do various things. They give you rewards and sometimes deficits. So for instance, this will just give me 3,000 money for free because I deserve it. This is a silo. I'm going to build that. So now I'm going to invest in Belgium. I might as well also do this in France just to make sure. Now we're going to wait for these events to pass, and we're going to build a rocket silo. Why am I doing a tutorial today? I don't know. This is probably a really shitty tutorial as well. Okay, never mind. Wait, they got sea land? They got sea land? I just noticed they had sea land. Who would have thought that a pirate radio station on a 4,000 meter platform could become a country that challenged the British fleet, survived a coup d'etat, and now operates smoothly while having its government in exile? Now is the time to expand our influence. First Great Britain, then France, and the rest of Europe. Freedom from the seal, Mare Libertas. I didn't know they had sea land in this game. I'm sorry, is Jan Mayen a thing? Where's Jan Mayen? Is this Jan Mayen? One of these gotta be Jan Mayen Island, right? I'm not sure. Okay, so I've invested in Belgium. So now that I have invested in Belgium, we'll go to... What? Are you fucking kidding me? Is my Brazil game just bugged then? Okay. What if I just insult them? Okay, I'm going to insult Belgium. If they don't like me... Ah. Oh. Is it because they hate me that they won't give me investment income? Is that it? Is that how that works? They hate me so they don't give me investment income? Okay guys, I figured it out for you. Never mind. Yeah, okay. Never mind. So if the country hates you, then they will not give you investment money. I don't know why it still says they like me. Why does it still say you like me? Wasn't the point of insulting you to like make you not like me? It just for some time. I really don't understand that, but okay. So yeah, if they don't like you, they don't give you investment income. Now that we have some missiles, we'll go to... Oh yeah, by the way, the United Nations, you can propose like different resolutions. And the United Nations is also required to recognize a country. I'm sure you guys can look at all this and figure out for yourself what kind of stuff they can do. Now back to military staff. Now we're going to hopefully set this guy to... I just want to nuke someone for you guys. Attack mode. Oh god. What is this?
In the attack mode, you can see the offensive.
You can modify the strength of things, yes. Anyways. You can modify the force. Vacuum bomb. Missiles 10. Oh, these are the different Ah, these are the different things I got. Okay. I think I need to go to alert state for lobby. And then I'm going to have to apparently wait for more of these points. So we'll let this income drip in, and then we can nuke someone to finish this off. Please? Please? Please, sir? Let me. My tutorial video got a bit derailed. I was doing so good. But now we're nuking. That's the plan, at least. What? Why won't you let me nuke you? It's because I'm not at war? Ah. Okay. So. Poland. Fuck! I'll be back! You know what, guys? I think I might have just found the supply range. I'm not sure if this is a supply range, but this is the closest to what I think it would be. Because I clicked on the National Hall of Glory, which is like a barracks, kind of. But Parliament's over here, so I'm not entirely sure what the National Hall of Glory is. But, basically there's this green circle, and this might actually be the supply range, which is pathetically fucking low. Are they expecting us to always build a barracks like in front or something? Like, I'm confused. Anyways, I declared war on Poland, and we're going to. Oh wait, I actually completely forgot. I need to go to the next. What the fuck? I'm a break. Okay, I just had to get to war. That's my bad. Okay. Now, rocket style attack Poland. Yes, modify force. Fuck it. Go. Yes. Look at it. Yeah. Boom. That was a bit lackluster. But, you know, we nuked someone. And in the end, isn't that all that truly matters? And then it has to prepare, and then it'll let you nuke it again. You're gonna choose the radius, how deadly you want it to be, and you're gonna just touch it. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.